Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am your math teacher from Ismailia Youth Services Schools, and today we are going to learn chapter number 1, which is sets. In this chapter, we are going to address two exercises which are 1.3 and 1.4. But before starting the lesson, let me give you some instructions first. Don't raise hand during lesson. Ask questions at the end of the lesson in chat box. Use hand free if you are using mobile and headphone for the computer use. Feed your ID and password properly with your name and class. Take care of time for attending the class. Home tasks should be done in your fair copy of the subject. If there is any disconnectivity during the lesson, try to join again within 5 to 10 minutes. And don't turn on your video during lesson. Now let me tell you the topics of the day. Symmetric difference, Cartesian product, binary relation, domain and range, Cartesian coordinate for a plane, and multiple choice questions. The topics which would remain due to the shortage of time, we will discuss them in our next class. So before starting exercise 1.3, let us review some of the definitions from exercise 1.2. As we have discussed earlier about the union of the sets. What is the union of the sets? As you all are aware that whenever we unite two sets, we write the elements of the both sets together in one set. For example, in A and B, there are elements written differently. So we write them together in one set. It would be called as A union B. While in intersection of the sets, we only talk about the common elements between them. For example, in A, there were elements A, B, C, D, and in B, there were elements D, E, F. So the common element is D. Now, talking about the difference of the sets, difference of the sets means uncommon elements of first set. For example, here A is ABCD and B is DEF. So the uncommon elements are ABC. While in subset of the set means that elements that are contained in the referred set. For example, A is the subset of B. Here you can see that A is equals to D while B is equals to DEF. So A is the subset of B because B also has D. Now coming towards the disjoint sets. Disjoint sets are two different sets in which no common element is present. For example, A is ABC while B is DEF. So no common element is between them. It means they are disjoint sets. Okay, now moving forward for the symmetric difference. In symmetric difference, we talk about A delta B. A delta B means that uncommon elements of A and B. Here are two formulae written on your screen which shows that through which we can find symmetric difference of two sets. For example, A delta B is equals to A union B minus A intersection B, and A delta B is also equals to A minus B union B minus A. So whether you solve the right hand side of the first formula or the right hand side of the second formula, we get the same answer. Here you can see an example in which I have shown you that how can you find symmetric difference with the help of the formula A union B minus A intersection B. There were two sets A and B, and we put the values of A and B to find the A union B first, and then I have put the values of A minus A intersection B. So the common elements were 5, 7 and 9. So I have subtracted A union B from A intersection B, so I got the answer which is 3 and 11. So if I would have written the uncommon elements of A and B, there were also be 3 and. Okay, now starting exercise 1.3. Before starting the questions, there are some terms which needed to be clarified. So first things first, which is ordered pairs. What are ordered pairs? The pair of elements that occur in particular order and are enclosed in brackets. Which type of brackets? Parentheses are called ordered pairs. If A and B are two elements, then the two different pairs are AB, BA. In an ordered pair AB, A is called the first component and B is called the second component. What does it mean? It means that whenever we have two elements enclosed in the bracket, what type of brackets? Parenthesis or round or small bracket you can say. So those two elements are called as ordered pairs. And what type of elements are they? They are the elements of the two sets. First element belongs to the first set and the second element belongs to the second set of that ordered pair. So whenever we have two uh, sets, for example, there is a set A which has an element 3 and there is a set B which has an element 4. So if we will write 3 and 4 in round brackets or parentheses, that would be called as an ordered pair. That, that ordered pair makes up the Cartesian product. So what is the Cartesian product? Let me clarify it furthermore. The Cartesian product of any set A with any other set B is the set of all ordered pairs AB, where element A belongs to the set A and the B element belongs to the set B. And it is denoted by A cross B and is read as A cross B. So symbolically A cross B is equals to AB such that A belongs to the set A and the element B belongs to the set B. What does it mean? It means that I have already told you about the ordered pairs. How can we make ordered pairs? Whenever we have two sets, A and B for example, so the set A has one element and set B has another element. So we write them down together in a form of pair and enclosed it in the bracket. So that ordered pair is called as an ordered pair. But if I have multiple ordered pairs, or you can also say it as a Cartesian product as well, but if I have multiple elements in both the sets, for example in set A I have 1 and 2 and in set B I have 2 and 3, or you can say AB. So if I will pair them up in 1A 1B and 2A 2B, so that would become as the ordered pair, multiple ordered pairs, and that number of ordered pairs line up together in the in the braces and would be termed as the Cartesian product of these sets. Let it be clarified furthermore in next slides. For example, if there is a question which says that if A is equals to set A is equals to ABC and set B is equals to Z and Y. So what we have to do? We have to find A cross B. How can we find A cross B? We have to pile up all the ordered pairs which can be made through these sets. For example, I told you that in ordered pair there must be first element which belongs to the first set and the second element belongs to the second set. So all ordered pairs can be in a manner that it would AZ, AY. No other ordered pair can be made with the A having first set because it has paired up with all the elements in the B. Then the next would be BZ and BY. Then CZ and CY. So these are all the ordered pairs which can be made with the help of these sets. There are 3 elements in set A and 2 elements in set B. So altogether they made 4 ordered pairs. So 6 ordered pairs. So 6 ordered pairs lined up together in the braces and this is a set. So this would be termed as the Cartesian product of A and B, or you can say A to B or A cross B. There are some points which to be noted while ordering up some ordered pairs. For example, number 1 is the ordered pairs AB and BA are not the same unless A is equals to B. What does it mean? It means that whenever we have two ordered pairs in which first element is A and the second is B. So it means that the first component belongs to the set A and the second component belongs to the set B. In the same manner, BA, where B belongs to the set A, but A belongs to the set B. So it means that AB and BA would not be equal. Why? Because in this case, AB, we have first component from A and the second from B. And in this case, we have first from the B and the second from the A. So this ordered pair would be A to B or A cross B. But this ordered pair is from the Cartesian product, which is B to A or B cross A. Unless A is equals to B. What does it mean? It means that if A and B are equal, then it won't be a matter that it is written as AB or BA. Number two is two ordered pairs AB and CD are equal if and only if A is equals to C and B is equals to D. What does it mean? It means that if A and B are two numbers or two elements of the ordered pairs, and there is another ordered pair with different elements, it means they both are not equal. But if the elements are equal, then these two ordered pairs would also be equal. Number three is if either A or B is empty, then A cross B is equals to null. What does it mean? It means that if set A is empty, it means that set A doesn't contain any of the elements. So it can't be paired up with any of the elements of the B set as well. So the answer would be a null set. But if the B is a null set, so B has no element. So it means that it can't be paired up with the elements of the set A. So it would be also a null set. So if either A is a null or B is a null set, the Cartesian product would be a null set. Number four is A cross B is not equals to B cross A unless A is equals to B. What does it mean? It means that whenever we have two sets A and B, so it means that we have to find out the Cartesian product A to B. So A to B means the first components of this Cartesian product order pair must belong to the set A, and all the second components of the ordered pairs of this Cartesian product should belong to the set B. But it is not for the case of B cross A. Why? Because in B cross A, all the elements, all the components, first components of all the ordered pairs belongs to the set B, and all the second components of all the ordered pairs would belong to the set A. So it means that A cross B is not equals to B cross A unless A is equals to B. So if the whole set A is equals to the whole set B, so it won't be a matter if we would write the element first component as the element of set A or the set B. Same goes for the second element or the second component. Number 5. If the number of elements in sets A and B are m and n respectively, then the number of elements in A cross B is mn. What does it mean? It means that if we have to find out the cardinality of the or the number of elements in the A cross B, so how can we find it? First, you need to know that how many number of elements are there in set A and how many numbers of elements are there in set B. Then you can multiply them together to find out that how many elements are going to be there in the set in the Cartesian product. For example, if the set A contains 4 elements or 5 elements, you can say, and the set B contains 3 elements. So 5 threes are 15. So it means that 15 elements are going to be there in the Cartesian product of A to B or B to A. Okay, now starting the exercise, which is 1.3. Question number 1 is, this is part 5. If A is equals to A, B, C, D and B is equals to Y and Z, we have to find A cross B, which is not equals to B cross A. Okay, it is part number 1. So what do we have to find? Have to tell? We have to tell that A cross B, if we will order up the pairs in this manner, that first we will write the first component from set A and the second components of all the ordered pairs from B, so it would become A to B. And we also have to find B cross A, where the first component should belong to the set B and the second component of all ordered pairs should belong to the set A. So in this manner, we have to tell whether they are equal or not. So there is the solution. You can show in general that A to B is not equals to B cross A. So A cross B is A B C D cross Y Z Y, because A B C D are the elements of set A and Y Z are the elements of set B. So it would become A Y A Z, B Y B Z, C Y C Z and D Y D Z. Why? Because they have ordered pair. All the elements are being ordered pair with the elements, or all the elements of set B. So all the elements or the components of all the ordered pairs belongs to set A. Here you can see the first component belongs to set A, here as well. In each case, you can see that the first component belongs to the set A. But in each case, each ordered pair, the second element belongs to the set B. Now, B to A, B cross A, what does it mean? It means that there is a set of B which is YZ and A is ABCD. So you have to pair up in this manner that all the first components belong to the set B and all the components of the set, all the ordered pairs should belong to the set B, A. So in this manner, you can see Y has been ordered pair with all the elements of B, A. So it has become YA, YB, YC, YD, and then taking Z. So it would become ZA, ZB, ZC, ZD. So you can clearly see that this set of the ordered pairs or Cartesian product is not equal to these Cartesian product or the ordered pairs. So it means that it has been proved that A cross B is not equals to B cross A. Now coming towards the binary relation. A binary relation from a set A to a set B is just a subset of A cross B. What does it mean? It means that whenever we are provided with the set, so what we can do, we can find out the Cartesian product. First you need to know that how many elements are going to be there in this Cartesian product. Then you have to find the Cartesian product itself, and then if the question says that find out the binary relation, then you can find the binary relation by taking all the subsets of the Cartesian product. If the sets are A and B, so the Cartesian would be A cross B. So A cross B has subsets as well. These subsets are the binary relations. So now there is a formula which would tell you that how many elements are going to be there in the, how many relations are going to be made through A cross B or B cross A or the Cartesian product. So there is a formula which says 2 raised to the power mn, where m is the number of elements in first set and n is the number of elements in second set. So if you will find out mn, remember I told you before that mn is the formula to find out how many elements are going to be there in the Cartesian product. So first I told you that if the set A has 5 elements and set B has 3 elements, so we can multiply them together to find out that how many elements are going to be there in the Cartesian product. But this is the formula for finding the number of relations in that Cartesian product or the subsets of that Cartesian product. So how many relations we can make? We can make 2 raised to the power mn or 2 raised to the power the cardinality of the Cartesian product. So how many elements were there in the Cartesian product? Mn. So 2 raised to the power the number of Cartesian elements in the Cartesian product, you can say, is also present in this formula. So now starting the question. The question number 7 is from the same exercise. How many relations can A to B or A cross B have if set A has 4 elements and set B has 3 elements? So what do we have to find? We have to find the number of relations. So before finding the number of relations, let us find the number of elements in the Cartesian product. So number of elements in the Cartesian product is number of elements of the first set multiplied by number of elements in the second set. So number of elements in A multiplied by number of elements is B is 4 multiplied by 3. 4 3s are 12. It means that there are 12 elements which are going to be present in the Cartesian product. Now what we have to find? We have to find the number of relations in A cross B. So relations, for the relations we have a formula 2 raised to the power mn. Mn is 12. So 2 raised to the power 12 is equals to 4096.
or 4096. So there are 4096 relations which can be made through A cross B, where A has 4 elements and B has 3 elements. There is an example, and this is a complete example and complete question solved, where you can see that there are two sets given only and you have to find out the relations A to B. So this is a complete solution which you can follow the steps to do all the rest of the questions in your practice work. So there is a set A which is equals to xy and B is a set which is equals to 2. So first you need to find the total number of elements in a Cartesian product. So total number of elements in a Cartesian product is Mn. The number of elements in A set has 2 and 2 and B has one element which is 2. So 2 multiplied by 1 is equals to 2. So there are two two uh, number two elements which can be made in the which are present in the Cartesian product of the A cross B. Now there is written number of elements in first set and the number of elements in second set. Now coming towards the number of coming towards the A cross B. A cross B is equals to x2 and y2. So there are two elements, two ordered pairs which are present in the Cartesian product, which we have find out through the formula which is Mn. Now we have to find the total relations. There is a formula to find the total relations which is 2 raised to the power Mn. M is 2 and N is 1. So 2 multiplied by 1 is 2. 2 2s are 4. So four relations are going to be made through this Cartesian product. First relation is always a null set. Whenever you are required to find out the relations, the first relation is always a null set. The second relation is the first ordered pair and the third relation is the second ordered pair. And in the fourth relation, we have wrote down both the ordered pairs. If there have been more ordered pairs in the relation, like three or third ordered pair or the fourth ordered pair, you can make the relations out of those as well. So this is the complete solution for solving any question regarding relations. If you are provided with just two sets and you have to find the relations, what you have to do? First find the number of elements in the Cartesian product, then find the Cartesian product itself, then find the total relations, and then find the relations itself. I hope you understand it very clearly. Okay, this is the question from the book, which is question number 6. The question says let A is equals to ABC and B is equals to XY. What we have to find? We have to find two relations in A cross B. So A is ABC and B is XY. So A cross B would be AX, AY, BX, BY, CX and CY. And the two relations can be the null set and the first element or the first ordered pair. If there have been more relations you have to find, there are only two relations in the question. But if the question would have been to find the more relations, so you could write third relation as bx, fourth as by, fifth as cx, and so on. And the total number of relations are mn. So mn is 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. 6 is the number of ordered pairs in the relation, and 2 raised to the power 6 is the total number of relations which we can make through these sets. Now there is a question which says two relations in B cross A. So B cross A is X, Y and ABC. So B first B. So it would be as XA, XB, XC, then YA, YB and YC. And what you have to find? You have to find the two relations. The first relation is null set and the second relation is the first ordered pair. Now three relations in A. It means A to A. So A to A is ABC multiplied by ABC. So it would become AA, AB, AC, then BA, BB, BC, CA, CB and CC. Then you have to find the three relations in A. So first relation is a null set, second is the first ordered pair, and the third relation is the second ordered pair. You can write any relation you can in this question. There are multiple types of relations which we can make uh, through these sets. It is not necessary to write these relations which has been written in the slide. There is one more thing, which is that this is a simple solution in which I have find out first the Cartesian product and the relations. But if the question comes into the examinations, you have to follow the full procedure which I have shown you in previous question. First find out the number of elements in the Cartesian product, and then you have to find the Cartesian product itself. Then you will have to find the number of relations in B cross A, and then you have to find the relations. So this is the proper solution for doing these types of questions. Now there is a home task that you have to copy and solve these MCQs of the chapter in your fair copy. You also have to do question number 6 and 7 of exercises 1.3 of textbook, which is on page number 19. So that's all from my side. I hope you all understand exercises 1.3. So you have to solve these questions as well in your copy. Stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.